name is Marla. Welcome to my creation station. If you love crafting, then I love you. I love to create with thrift flips, repurposing items, and transforming easy-to-find objects into something useful and beautiful for my home. If you like to create and decorate, then stick around and give me a thumbs up, subscribe, or leave a comment. DIY number 1 is a thrift flip. I found this wood box at Goodwill and decided to paint it for fall. I rubbed all along the edges with a candle and various places around the box. Once I give this a rough coat of Waverly and pumpkin, I'll give the entire piece a light sanding, especially around the edges. By rubbing the piece down with the wax and then painting over it, it keeps the paint from sticking to those waxy spots, and then I can sand down the edges and give it a more primitive, rough look. I went to my computer and searched for jack-o'-lantern faces. When I found one I liked, I printed it and cut it out so that I could trace the face on one side of the box. Once I had the face traced on, I used Waverly and ink to paint the jack-o'-lantern face. This is a great addition to my coffee bar, and it's holding some of my favorite coffee flavorings. DIY number 2 is a witch's brew sign. I used one of the fall signs from Dollar Tree that had words attached to the frame. I knew I was going to remove the words, so I chose the word family because it had the least amount of attachments to the frame, if that makes sense. So I carefully cut through those attachments with a box cutter off camera, and then I sanded those areas lightly. On the frame, I used a baby wipe to wipe on Waverly ink mixed with a little bit of water. Then I gave the center a coat of Waverly white. I created a design and silhouette and cut it out and applied the vinyl to the sign, but you could totally use stickers, stencils, or even your handwriting. Once the vinyl was all applied, I added it to the top of my coffee maker. DIY number 3 is a Screamin' Sugar sign. This fall sign is from Dollar Tree, and I painted the middle with Waverly in ink. The wood ghost is also from Dollar Tree, and I gave it a coat of Waverly white and then hot glued it to the center of the frame once it was dry. Again, using my cutting machine, I cut out the words Scream and Sugar and applied them above and below the ghost. And here it is hanging near my coffee machine, covering up the outlet. DIY number 4. Now it's wine 30. I used rubbing alcohol to wipe down an empty, clean, and clear wine bottle. Taking it outside, I sprayed it twice with Rust-Oleum frosted glass spray paint. Once the bottle dried, I made a messy bow with various scraps of black and white ribbon and silver mesh tubing and tied it to the top. I fed a string of mini lights down into the bottle and also cut off the ring part of 2 Dollar Tree bat rings and glued them to the bottle. I originally cut out some ghost-shaped stickers and applied them to the front of the bottle, but later I found a rub-on transfer at Dollar Tree that was perfect, and I like it so much better. You'll see that in just a minute. And here's a look at my little wine corner along with another bottle I painted previously. I'll link that video here. DIY number 5. So I bought some of these small styrofoam skulls and bones at Dollar Tree and decided to use these little wooden picks, also from Dollar Tree, and make little drink stirrers. I put the skull on the top and 2 of the bones under the silver ball. Now, I would definitely not use these for hot coffee, so maybe using them as appetizer picks for cheese would be a better choice. Nevertheless, they are cute. DIY number 6 is coffee mug decals. I used my Cricut Joy to cut out a friendly little ghost face and a jack-o'-lantern, and I used a Dollar Tree removable vinyl so that I could remove them after Halloween is over. Let's take a look at everything styled on my coffee and wine bar. It's a perfect start and end to every day. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, I wish you peace, health, and sunshine. Bye now.